Hello, you're talking with Meldeck today.
I don't laugh. I don't do that. Sorry.
Oh, no, no problem. There you go.
Damn it! Oh, hello. This is Keith. Very
Yeah.
seriously. No, never mind. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, that's it. The recording is done. I
Okay.
don't know how it went.
We will find out, I guess.
Fail.
Yeah.
So basically, I have nothing said, no questions, okay?
Okay.
So nothing serious. I mean, I'm already recording this
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
because I never said anything for anything. And since it's a fail pod,
Right.
something bound to fail, so why prepare for anything? If you
Sure.
know,
Sure. Yeah.
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 So I watched many Let's Players before, and every mistake they were apologizing.
Yeah.
Like, oh crap, I'm sorry, or oh no, I'm wasting your time here. I'm sorry for that,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you apologizing? It's part of the freaking game.
Well, what?
That's
What?
the fun of it,
Yeah.
you know?
When I do a let's play, I don't cut stuff out unless it's like really dreary and I die repeatedly. Because if I die, then that's part of the game. Most of the games I play for the first time, and even if I don't, I'm gonna fail, and I want people to experience that. I want them to understand if I'm like upset that I died and or know my frustration, so that they can actually see when I become better at the game.
I saw that you played Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2,
Right?
and I sometimes try to watch Modern Warfare videos or, montages, whatever.
Yeah.
I just can't. I
Yeah,
can't.
it's so because obviously you know that they've done like 100 games just to get like 2 minutes worth of cool shots.
And it's not even, some of them are not even shots. Some guy jumping off a crane, spinning his camera
Oh
around,
God,
firing a gun, and then he gets your team won. And I'm just like, what happened?
I got partnered through TGN and I'm actually working for TGN right now, and I
Okay.
review the channels that apply for partnership, and then I partner them if they match it. And I think that maybe 30% of all the application we get is nothing but Call of Duty trick shots. You got like 20-second videos of a guy jumping off a
Spinning
crane,
around.
shooting a pistol, and then winning the game with that. I was like, why do you make these videos? I mean,
What? Well, it's not even why do you make those videos? I mean, sure, make those videos. You just had a shot, you won the game, congrats. But what the hell happened?
what?
I didn't see the enemy. Who
Yeah,
are you firing at?
but why do you need like 50 of them? Wasn't it cool the first time? I mean, by 50, okay, you can do it. We get it. Move
It's like
on.
Minecraft, man. It's like Minecraft.
Oh
It's
man,
exactly like Minecraft. I mean,
I got to tell you, that's the next 30% of all application. That's Minecraft.
I never heard of the game until I watched it on Yogscast,
Right?
and I was so hyped out because I was like, "Holy crap, this looks fun!" And they made it. They invented their own story in their plays,
Yeah,
and I was just like, "Holy crap, I can do it with friends and whatnot." And back then, I was just like, "Well, what can we do?" I mean, everything we'll try to do, they will say like, "Oh, Yogscast rip-offs, blah 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 blah,"
yeah.
and I'm just like, "Well, you know what? Give it a shot. Buy the game, try to play it." I bought the game. After 30 minutes, I closed the game because it was so boring. What am I supposed to do? Okay, so I'm mining.
Yeah,
Right, I got coal, I got this. Now what?
yeah,
I don't want to build a castle. I don't want to build a USSA, whatever, Enterprise ship, whatever. You know,
yeah,
I don't want to do that. I just want to play a game where there's a goal and when there's something in it. And it was so boring.
yeah,
But at some point, I was joined by some other Let's Players, and we had lots of fun in it.
yeah.
And that time, I really enjoyed. It was really really fun. And except for those times, it's just like boring. Even Terraria, which I enjoy a lot more than Minecraft, I don't play it if I don't play with friends.
Right.
I just don't touch it. It's just like there.
Well, Minecraft was fun. I mean, I played Minecraft. I started some of my videos like really Minecraft stuff, and it was fun back then. But after a while, I mean, I don't want to sound hipster, but I played it when it was like new and stuff, and
I
it was
don't even know
fun.
what
And
a
we had
hipster is.
a
So
hipster is the kind of guy that he goes like, yeah, I liked this music before it was cool, or I dressed this way before it was fashion. Like a
right,
guy that
okay,
says, I started this.
right.
So when I go like, yeah, I played Minecraft before it
I
was
learned
cool.
something new today.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, live to learn, right? But it was fun back then, and it's probably still fun, but it's not fun for me anymore. A lot of people still want me to do Minecraft videos, and it's just I'm Minecrafted out. So I tried opening the game, and I was like, no, I've done this before. Even though there's like tons of new stuff, I can't get myself to actually play the game anymore.
Well, it's like me playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, basically, because I did two Let's Plays so far, two full runs, one Bruja, one Malkavian. I don't know if you ever played it, but
I'm
if
like
you haven't,
halfway through, I think, as a
yeah,
Grendel or
it's
Grundle.
a what? A Grendel.
Grendel.
No, no, not Grendel.
It's
Well, I
a
forgot their name.
GR something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Those beast guys that they can shapeshift, I think.
Yeah,
Right. And the game is so much fun. It's an amazing game. It's a brilliant game. In my opinion, it's definitely my top three RPGs ever made.
it is.
Ever.
It is very entertaining, because it's just very. I don't know. I think it's well made.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's different. It's not something that you expect, and plus the game works. The experience points, for example, it works differently than any other RPG game. Okay, I just leveled up. Let's see what I can upgrade.
yeah,
And here, no, I have enough experience points to use it right now. So why shouldn't I? You know, and the choices that you make, I mean, they do matter later on in the game. I mean, if you
yeah,
didn't level up enough locking pick or hacking or something like that, then you're screwed.
yeah,
Basically, you cannot access that door or you cannot hack that computer, and now you need to make it the hard way or whatever,
yeah,
right? So, and or if you like, if your defense is not high enough, then you'll die way quicker than you're supposed to. When not supposed to, but it will be way harder for you to survive basically simple encounters, not to talk about last, end game bosses or whatever.
right,
And I played with Bruja, which was my first recorded run, which are brute force basically.
right,
Or just charge up, punch people in the face, go back home, right?
right.
And second run was Malkavian, which are a must.
Just
Okay,
like fucked up vampires. I know.
they are amazing. They're brilliant. They're the best race in the game, in my opinion. But right now, after I've completed that second run, and I'm just like, well, now there's nothing more to do with the game. Even though I want to play through all the races, right? But it's just like as much as fun as I have with it, I don't think I'm gonna play it again for the near future at least, maybe in few months or maybe in a year or something like that.
Right.
But right now I don't want to play it anymore because I already played full two complete runs with two different characters, which give you enough variation between the two.
Yeah.
And
It's a long game as well. I mean, it's like 20,
oh
30
yeah,
minutes, 20, 30 hours just to complete it.
yeah. I had I think 70 something episodes my first run, 61 episodes my second one. So
Right. Right.
and each episode was 50 minutes and up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's quite a long game to play through.
It's a very long game to play,
Yeah.
but it's a fun game, which
Yeah.
which is worth it. And I wish they would make more games like that, but they don't. Plus, they had so many voice actors over there, which are brilliant. I mean, the big names out there with voice acting today. For example, the guy that voiced Deckard Cain.
Oh, really?
Yep,
I didn't know that.
yep. Beckett, the guy, the wolf, the historian guy. Did you explode the warehouse yet?
It's been a few months since I played the Masquerade.
You finished Santa Monica area yet?
Um, yes, that's the first one, right?
The first town, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first part of
I
town,
got
yeah.
to the third. I remember I finished the museum. You do that museum quest,
Hmm.
and I think I
Well,
got
you
to
meet
the
him at the museum.
third city. I think.
Well, you meet Beckett when after you explode the warehouse. He comes as a werewolf on a train and then
Right.
talks to you.
Oh yeah.
And you meet him at the end of the museum when he also came to check out the sarcophagus and it was stolen.
Oh right. Yeah.
So that guy voiced by by the guy that voiced Deckard Cain, Michael Goth, I think his name is.
Oh,
And I don't know if you did it in Santa Monica, but there's a guy that chops limbs of people.
okay.
Uh, yeah, so he voiced that guy as well.
Nice.
So
There
yeah.
was one thing in Vampire the Masquerade that really confused me. There's that part where you visit the I don't know, they're like mentalist vampires. It's in a hotel, and when you
Mhm.
leave, you're sort of stuck in a trap. You keep going left or right, and it keeps putting you back in this room with this dude. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
In a hotel, you said?
It's like a hotel in the second city, I believe, or third.
Right, right. The Imperial
Yeah, that's probably it. And
Empire's
it's the dude. I
system.
think he has like small sunglasses on. And when you,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
and talk to him, and then when you go
Yes,
back, the
yes,
hallway sort of shimmers, and
yeah,
then you turn around and you're just like, "Fuck, I was just here. I can't."
yeah,
Okay, okay, fine. I'm gonna try again. I must have took a wrong turn. And, oh, I'm back at this dude again. What the fuck's going on? And you keep going. Okay, so now I'm gonna go right instead of left. I'm back here again. What the fuck? And it took me, I don't know, 10 minutes to get out, and I have no clue how I actually got out. But it
yeah.
was it was really it was still
That
fucked up.
that is so awesome. That's one of the best ways that a game can troll you, and
Yeah.
it's just like that's so awesome because the puzzle is when you know how to get out of it, it's so easy and so, it's not that complex,
Right.
really. But before you learn how to do it, I mean, you're just like raging and whatnot. Yeah.
I
Oh
thought it was
yeah.
fun the way he did it, but
Yeah.
obviously frustrating.
Yeah. I spent many minutes there.
Yeah,
That was so fun. I was just like, I don't want to see you anymore. I just want to get out. Let me
indeed. Yeah,
go. Yeah, but that's the Tremere, man. They're the
Tremere. Yeah,
highest
that's right.
the highest caliber of magicians, basically.
Right.
And so, shall we start?
Yeah, let's start the interview now.
Okay.
This was a good intro. Now let's do it
Yeah,
real. No, okay, that's fine.
yeah. Right. I'm bad at intros, by the way.
Okay.
So I have no clue what to say. So, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another FailPod. We're taking a little bit of a different way, I guess, in the FailPod, because today we're gonna interview Qieth, which is a Let's Player.
Hello.
Yeah, that sound effect.
Yeah.
Right. So Qieth is from Denmark, as far as I know,
Right.
and believe it or not, I used to watch Qieth's work, which is how long was it? Like a year and a half ago, I think,
What do you
something
mean
like that.
used to?
What?
What do you mean used to?
I used to. What? Well, you do the Let's Play of Alan Wake right now, which I want to watch, but I don't because I want to do a Let's Play of my own.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Sure.
Qieth, why don't you tell us how you started with Let's Plays?
Well, I I started doing Let's Plays because I watched other Let's Plays and thought, hey, that could be fun. And actually, at the time, I think I was watching some like Call of Duty videos, and I figured I'm gonna do that. I suck at Call of Duty really, so the couple of videos I made was really terrible. But then I sort of moved into more structured stuff. I did some Minecraft stuff, but then I sort of wanted to do an actual game and just sit down and play a game and talk about it. And then I started with Amnesia as a first Let's Play, which was a terrible mistake. But then again, it sort of broke me into Let's Playing quite well because it just stripped me of all dignity and
Yeah.
put me at the bottom, and then I could sort of work my way up. So that was like my first Let's Play, and then I was hooked. The response I
Good
got from
choice,
that,
though.
yeah, the response I got from that was really great. And to date, it's still one of my favorite Let's Plays. And then it's just been building up from there.
Well, me personally, right? I actually my first Let's Play that I watched on your channel was Condemned Criminal Origins.
Right.
And because back then I asked my viewers, well, what do you want to see next? Because I think I just finished with Fear back then, and I was like, well, I want to try out a horror game. Please give me advices. And they were like, well, you can try Condemned Criminal Origins. And I'm just like, okay, let's look for a Let's Play out there and see what's what. And I saw your Let's Play, and I was like, well, this looked like a freaking good game.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
I suffered. I suffered a lot.
yeah. Oh man, there were some terrible parts in that game. I like the way combat worked with the swinging and
Yes.
but there
And the
were
fencing, yeah.
it was really brutal at times.
Yeah.
There,
Well,
yeah.
I hated the thing that they removed jumping. You cannot jump unless the game wants you to jump, and you cannot duck unless the game wants you to duck. And just like,
Yeah.
I'm an FBI agent. You
yeah.
know, what are you recruiting to the FBI today? Dumb arse that cannot jump or duck?
Yeah.
What?
The worst part of that game was just one part in the mall where you sort of walk down a hole and then to the left you see a couple of mannequins.
Mhm.
And you're like,
Oh,
oh, okay, just more mannequins.
wow.
And then you walk further a little bit and you hear like a
That's
whoosh,
spot. Yeah.
and then
Whoa.
you're like, what was that? And you turn around and they're
That,
right behind you. It's like,
yeah.
shit! Okay,
I
so,
had a shotgun out, and I actually whoop and
yeah,
started
yeah.
firing at them. I'm just like, why they're not dying? Ah, you know.
And then you turn around again and some more guys, and then they're like crowded, around you in a circle.
Yep.
And it was just terrible. So,
Well,
yeah.
you know what the what worst part for me was? Back then, because it was like my first Let's Plays, and it like had like black bars and had hissing noise from my mic and
Yeah.
whatnot. Because I had no clue what you need to do. All I knew is like use fraps, press record, press to stop record. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing that I knew. And back then, because fraps was as crap, almost as crap as it today, so it gave me like big drops of FPS from time to time.
Right.
And a little bit spoilers, guys. There's that area at the hospital, right? When you look for that not doctor, sorry, for the teacher and whatnot, and then you open those lockers, right? And you see his corpse standing there inside the locker
Oh, no, that was a school.
at a school, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and she tells me, okay, take a picture of his face, and I'm just like, I know he's gonna jump. I know he's gonna jump.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna. You know, I was so scared. And when I'm taking his picture, when he comes back to life and jumps at me, my FPS dropped.
Ah,
I was like it was the lamest scare you could ever get. I was just like, okay, I called it. You know, just like what?
well, actually, that scare worked really well for me because, that lady goes like, take a picture. So you take a picture, and he didn't jump. And then
Yep.
she goes like, it didn't come through probably. Could you take a picture of his face? And then I was like, I know this is going to be where he jumps up. So I sort of zoom in, and I zoom in like close, and didn't have it centered. So I was like really scared, and then no, nothing happened. Okay, so I
Yep.
noticed that I couldn't take the picture, and I just tweaked the camera slightly, and then he jumped, and I was just I had just managed to like sort of be confused that it didn't take a picture, and then he scared me, and it was I actually have a clip on my YouTube channel. Yeah, there's like a playlist called Shorts, which has
Yep.
some of these stuff in it, and it's just oh man, that was really scary.
Well, the game, in my opinion, the game has lots of potentials.
Yeah,
I mean, lots of potentials, but the limitation that they put on it, it's just like,
yeah,
you know. Because, for example, when you chase the bad guy, right, the ex-killer in that house, you're actually, even when you see yourself, right, at the cutscenes, you're just like fat guy, FBI guy that
yeah.
barely can breathe, you know,
yeah.
let alone go and catch some serial killers. And I'm just like, I was scratching my head. I was just like, this guy is like the greatest agent they have to catch serial killers?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
And here you have like a serial killer. He walks around without a shirt. He has two sticks for weapons. He can kill, with ease, and he can also teleport. And
Yeah,
I'm a fat FBI agent that can't jump.
yeah.
I mean, really, I got
And
three
you're just
bullets
like
in my
scratching
gun.
your head and just like,
Yeah,
That's not even possible.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that game is so much fun. And basically from the bits that I saw on your Let's Play, obviously I didn't want to watch the whole Let's Play because, I wanted to keep it as blind as I can.
right.
And I actually was convinced from your Let's Play that this is what I'm gonna do next. And also the Game One site, I don't know if you're still a supporter, I think you are.
No, I stopped actually on gaming one.
Oh, okay. Because I saw on your channel still the thingy of. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I need to change
At,
that.
at the banner, yeah, it was like. But, well, because of you, I actually found that site, which is a very interesting site. I mean, it's really, really, really good for beginners of Let's Play,
Yeah,
and because they teach you a lot. I mean, over there I learned about hissing noises, about rendering properly with no black bars,
yeah,
and all those small time effects that basically improve your Let's Play by 5,000%.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously I self-teach myself and learn from other Let's Players or conversation like Dix one,
Dix one, yes.
yeah. So conversation like Dix one, and basically to improve myself. Like we talked before about DX story before we started this interview, and like I've said before, I had no clue about it, and I had Hilda Game sitting with me for about 4 hours, teaching me what's what and how to use it basically.
Yeah,
So it's all those things that you learn along the way. In my opinion, the game one is a really good uh, site to start off.
yeah,
In my opinion. And also there was Voltron's Army. I don't know if you know,
yeah.
which is also a really brilliant site that I also learned from there a lot. But sadly enough, it has been hacked for the last few months or something.
Okay.
So
Well,
there is
people
no site.
on Voltron Army was also very rude. It was very like posh and very snobby. Like if you don't do it exactly like we want it, then we don't want you on on the
Yes.
site. And
Yes.
I felt that was a bit. It put me off quite a bit.
Well, they are harsh, but they are harsh in my opinion, in a way that it's you should go through that school, right?
Right.
Because from what I've seen like a lot of Let's Players during my time that start off and they were just like expecting to be like Frozen Foxy right away,
Right.
or like yourself right away, or Manga Minx, or whatever, right? Those big YouTubers that have over 5K subscribers, over 10, over 20, over 500,000, whatever.
Right.
And they wanted to get there from zero to in 2 months. I want to get to that point,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't work like
No,
that.
that just doesn't happen.
And a lot of them they were just like, okay, I'm working on my channel for about 2 months, and I barely got 20 subscribers.
Yeah.
Why? And then when you go check out their channel, right, and you try to help them out, and you're just like, well, first of all, you're whispering in your videos, so we can barely hear you, and the game sound just like overlaps you, whatnot,
Yeah.
and you have those black bars that nobody wants to see.
Everything
I
is terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And your quality is 360. Why don't you do it at 720? And the reply is, well, the file to upload is way too big.
Well, then do it right, man. You know.
And you're just like, then I don't have anything else to tell you, you know?
Yeah.
If you want to get partnership and you want to get a big channel and whatnot, I mean, coming from my point of view, I'm not a partner, or I'm not partnered, but even though I've been like working over a year on my channel and whatnot, and I'm not, all like, yeah, I don't have partnership. Why?
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, if it will come to me at some point, then sure, I'll take it. I won't, decline an offer. But right now, I'm just having fun, with the games and with the viewers.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen in your channel, that's what the Let's Player should be, in my
Yeah.
opinion. In my opinion.
You
So
shouldn't do it to be partnered. Being partnered is a nice treat. It's a nice way to make a
it's a
a
bonus.
bit of cash and get some cool graphics. But it really shouldn't be about making money. It should be about having fun. which is also, I
Exactly.
think, what's going to make more people watch your stuff.
Especially not the way YouTube works today.
No,
I mean, you could pull it off 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe
yeah,
not anymore. I
no,
mean, that's it. Forget about it. Since YouTube changed, that's it. Like you said, when you go on YouTube search and like Let's Play Portal 2 or Let's Play Darkness 2 or Let's Play whatever,
right,
the first few pages will be those high rated guys or the promoted guys or the partnered guys because they're the company that stands behind them actually promotes them. And
right.
those small channels, they're invisible, like I call them. In
Well,
my opinion, sorry, go on.
no, well, if you go on and search for Let's Play Portal 2, do you know
Hmm.
who's on top?
You are.
I am, and that was before I was partnered. So it's just a matter of a lot of it has to do with when you do it because I had the first Portal video out like an hour after the game was released,
Hmm.
maybe two, but it
Hmm.
also has a lot to do with tagging, and, and,
Right.
and using proper tags so people actually find it. But it can be done. I mean, if you look at my Portal 2 video, the first one, got like
Right.
63,000 views, and then two videos down, there's one that has like 150,000,
Right.
and so it's um, like what happened there? How am I bigger? But apparently I am, and it actually helped me out quite a lot to get known.
Right. Well, you started with few tips, right? Of tagging, of releasing it right away. Timing is also a good aspect, and not just like releasing it fresh right now, but also when you upload a video, for example. I mean,
Yeah,
if you upload it at the morning, right, then
then not a
you,
lot of
you get
people are
a
going to see it.
exactly because most people are at school or at work or whatever, so mostly they will miss it. And if you upload it around, I don't know, 6, 7 p.m. or something like that, then you have a way better chance to
To,
get
to
the high spots, quote unquote. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
but oddly enough, because I check my analytics, and most of my viewers come from like America and stuff. And I've started actually. I found the best time for me to upload is around 2 p.m. my time, which is going to
Okay.
be about 8 to 10 a.m. in America.
Okay.
And for some reason, this is what gives me the most views. I mean, I don't get like a ton of views, but I'm looking at new videos, and this
Right.
this actually works better. If I did it morning here, then it would be midnight or like yeah, pretty much midnight for America, and then they wouldn't watch it, and then other people would upload, and my stuff would just get pushed away. But I find that this is the best time for me, for at least for the audience I have, which is weird because do you think that here you have I'm a Danish Let's Player. I
Hmm.
would think that there would be more people from Europe watching my stuff, but it's actually pretty much Americans.
Yeah, most of my viewers are also from the US, which is weird.
Yeah, but I guess
uh,
maybe it's because America is just more used to
More
online video games
connected.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really
I mean,
see Danes talking about Let's Plays and stuff like that.
well, there are more Danes involved in gaming than Israelis, for
Well,
example.
yeah, that's
Uh,
probably true. Yeah,
They're just like because I used to be a big WoW player. Okay, I
right.
played like over 6 years, whatnot. You know how many real life friends I had in WoW?
None.
Exactly. There was one nun. She ran from the monastery and she wanted to play with me, and
Oh,
that's it.
okay.
Yeah, no, but
No.
nobody liked that game. Everyone just like play games.
Yeah.
What? Because my real life friends they would like play NBA or FIFA games or Need for Speed games or whatever,
Yeah.
and just like this game is awesome, guys.
Yeah. You should
No,
play it. Oh.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. They're just like nope. How about shooters? Sure, I like Doom. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, so for me, I mean, and there is a gaming community in Israel, right?
Yeah.
But it's just not as big as the rest of the communities in Europe. So when I release like my videos or whatnot, I don't expect a big view count
Right.
from Israel, for example.
No.
I expect it to be from the US and the UK usually,
Yeah.
and those areas are usually the biggest viewers for me. But it's interesting though. I mean, for example, that song that I talked about earlier, it actually had like 50% female views, and
Oh,
at the age of 13, 15, I was just like, huh?
it's like what? What happened
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I mean, I barely speak to the female community. Usually I hang over 15, 20% of total views are female,
Right.
but it's almost never those ages of 13 and 15. And it's like, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I was just like checking twice, and I was just, is this really my video? No, wait. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's funny actually. Up until when Diablo 3 came out,
Mhm.
about 40% of my viewers were female.
Right.
But now Diablo has come out, and I just checked in the last 30 days, 20% of my viewers are female. But
Mhm.
but it's still like, what? 40% of these are women? It's like, what? It's games, but it's pretty cool. I
Well,
mean, females embracing stuff.
the female gamer bubble myth thingy exploded like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there's a lot
so
more female gamers now, which is nice
exact,
because
exactly. It's good.
some
It's good variety. I
yeah
mean,
somebody has to buy Wii games.
well, not only that. I mean, I mentioned Mega Minx before, and Mega Minx, she's really funny Let's Player. She curses a little bit too much for my taste, but uh, but she's a British, gamer,
Yeah.
so it's not her fault. I love you, Mega Minx. Don't play me. Don't send your angry fans against me. Thank you. Next day I see like angry fans outside my door with forks and whatnot,
Pitchforks and,
pitchforks.
and
Yeah,
torches. Yeah,
yeah.
you're gonna die. No, well,
Die, Patrick, die.
I mean, for cursing and stuff like that, when I do my let's plays, I just generally speak whatever comes to mind, and I see cursing more of a. There are some let's players, especially the younger ones, which will curse because
Think
they
it's
try.
cool.
No, well, yeah, but they try and get a reaction to it, so they will curse like a lot. But for me, cursing is just a way of expressing feelings. So when I die, I go fuck, and then, it's I don't curse just to curse. It's just a way to express
Yeah, but
myself.
I don't think that every second word that comes out of your mouth is a curse.
No, definitely no. That would be too much because but also then in that case, then you force it, And when you're doing a let's play and you force something out, you're trying to be a character. It's sort of it feels fake.
Exactly. Well, me personally, I try to as hard as I can to keep my even though I play games that aren't PG-13, but I try to keep my commentary PG-13, right? So I won't use like F words and whatnot,
Right.
but I do use like freaking hell a lot. That's a common saying from me, freaking hell or holy shite or holy crap
Yeah.
that I use a lot. But
But think about it. Just okay. Let me just pass this thought on to you.
okay,
When you say holy shite, people know that you mean holy shit,
right,
right?
right,
You're not saying it, but you're still expressing the same feeling.
exactly.
So where's the difference? People know. It's just like if you see. I saw a video with Eminem once, like a music video,
Hmm.
and literally like, well, not literally, but like 1/5 of every word was bleeped out.
Yeah,
But you know exactly what he's saying when he does
exactly.
that. So I mean, what's the point of censoring yourself when the message is still being sent out there?
Well, it's like the whole community in the US, which is against violent gaming, for example,
Right.
because they say that it affects the younger minds and they go on killing. Holy crap! Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard something. Yeah. What was that?
Wow, my neighbor is filled with police cars again.
Oh, okay. No,
I
that happens
didn't
everywhere.
steal anything. She's not locked in my basement, and I didn't throw the key. I swear. If you hear someone screaming, it's not her. All right. Okay. I think they drove off.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Okay. But the thing is, there's a big shout and has been big shouts, about it for the last decade or so, even more, that violent gaming induces young teenagers go and kill stuff,
Yeah.
whatever, right? But then again, if you look at the filming is industry and history of movies in general, the last 40 years.
Yeah,
They're violent, there's killing, there's shooting, there's slicing people to bits and chops and whatnot,
yeah,
and nobody raised a hand against it, and you're just like, getting one eyebrow up and just like, huh?
yeah.
What the
Well,
hell is going on here?
well,
But
back when like comic books started being popular, you had the
right,
same kind of outroar about that because kids are spending their time reading comic books. It's going to whittle away their minds and stuff like that. And now people don't care about comic books. Obviously, oh, you read comic books? Fine, care, whatever. And then the same happened with movies and TV and stuff like that. Oh no, the TVs are corroding our children's minds. And then now people don't really care. So I think 10 years from now, gaming is just going to be another part of how to entertain yourself. And there will be something new that we're going to be all, crazy about.
well, I'll take WoW for example, right? Because WoW, what it used to be, not anymore, sadly enough, but what it used to be at the first 2 3 years was a big, huge, one of the biggest, hugest social hubs
Yeah,
ever. And me personally, I know, uh, guys that become couples later and married, right? I
yeah,
mean, boy meets a girl, her girl heals a boy, boy don't die. So, that
yeah,
that old story in the raid. So, a lot of stuff happens, and I know people that quit WoW for like 3 years ago, and they're still in a very good touch, and guild meetings, and it's really more than just like playing with someone,
yeah,
you know, because me personally, I I met a very interesting guy over there in WoW back 6 years ago, 7 years ago,
yeah,
and we spent very long hours, late hours of the night, talking about life and all kind of weird stuff and whatnot while fishing.
yeah,
So it just like, and we still talk to each other, and he calls to me, sends me a message or calls to me, and he lives in Serbia.
yeah.
So
That's cool.
calls to me in Christmas to, or a new year to, congratulate me and whatnot, and he's like completely drunk and he's not, don't even have a clue what he's talking about. So,
Yeah,
you know, it's it's more than just like playing with someone, you
yeah.
know.
Well, I remember I have some very good friends from World of Warcraft. Um, I used to run a guild called And Friends. So it would be Qieth and Friends, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of them turned out to actually be Danish. We just recruited. I didn't make it a Danish guild, but we happened to get a lot of members that were actually from Copenhagen and around. And we still meet today, and we have actually next week we're gonna have our you know once in a while and friends guild meeting at a
Reunion.
local bar.
Yeah.
Even though I don't play WoW anymore, and but there was one. I mean, back in years ago, I met another guy in a WoW guild. We were raiding and stuff like that. And one night we were sitting on Ventrilo, just talking. We were drinking a bit on our own, and we were just talking about this and that. And it probably went on for like 2 3 hours, and we were talking about something random. And then it was just me and Darkus was his name. It was just me and him talking, and then nothing else. And then suddenly, some guy speaks up as a response, to something I'd said or something like that. It's like,
Dum dum dum.
right, how long have you been here? I was like, and he was like, I've been here the entire 3 hours. So why didn't you say anything? Well, I enjoyed listening to you guys' conversations. Like, what? We've just been talking for 3 hours, and you've just been sitting there listening to what we had to say. And that was so weird. And but
That's
uh,
brilliant.
yeah, I was like really mind boggled, just that he would sit there and just enjoy our conversation without chiming in. I thought that was cool. But I have a lot of I found a lot of friends through online gaming, and when I quit playing WoW, I back in April last year, I was like, okay, I'm done with WoW. It's not really interesting. I don't know why I'm spending my time with this. I want to just do
That's
some
about the
Let's
same
Plays.
time I quit.
Yeah, it's just around the first tier of Cataclysm. It's like, no, this is
Yep.
too boring. It's not challenging enough, and I don't really know why I spend this much time on it. And then I said goodbye to WoW, but I realized I also had to say goodbye to a lot of the friends I had in WoW, because I didn't have a way to keep in touch. Well, we had Skype, and we have stuff like that. But now that Diablo is out, and that's actually fun because now Diablo is out. I got back into in BattleNet, and I had my Real ID list, and I had a
Okay,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
friends that were really close to me back when I played WoW, which I suddenly connected to again. And I found like a group of those and friends, some of the non-Danish guys, and I
That's
found
awesome.
them, and I've actually been playing with them for the most of the time in Diablo. I was like, wow, I just got like we played through together for like 8 months 3 years
Mhm.
ago, and then we didn't talk for a long time, and now we're talking again, and it's really great to like rekindle your friendships like that.
Oh.
So yeah, that's a nice
No,
little story there.
that's exactly what I'm talking about because those kind of connections, I mean, they're just not going aren't going anywhere
No, exactly.
because I met like in Star Wars, for example, I met other players that used to be playing WoW on my server,
Right.
and I'm because people knew me as Mednick and I'm Mednick almost everywhere, so they're just like, "Do you know server?" And I was just like, "Yep."
Yep.
Where are you from? Just like conversation goes on, and you're just like, oh yeah, I was Horde, and I was just like, oh, you bastard, probably ganked you or something,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because it's those kind of connections, like I said, they're not going anywhere,
No.
and that's brilliant. Because I mean, for example, right? I could never imagine like a year ago that I would be speaking to you. I mean, if your channel would be at the same status a year ago, right? That because, for example, people that as a new let's player or as a YouTuber or whatever, if you talk to someone that has over 2K subscribers, 4K subscribers and up, and the more subscribers that you have, people are just like more of I don't want to talk to you,
Yeah.
because I'm a higher being, whatever.
Yeah.
And for example, I mean, I had few really good experiences on YouTube from big channels. For example, JC Cox. I don't know if you know him,
Yeah, I know who is this.
but I used to watch his like all those tutorials of the beta, whatever, whatever. I just liked his humor, and because I knew him from voice acting from a WoW video that was recorded on my server, basically, that
Yep.
I took part of as well. I don't know if you ever heard of it, Tales of the Past.
Oh yeah, I love that. I only saw Tales of the Past 3, but I
Yeah,
thought it
I
was
was in that
absolutely
group.
amazing.
I was there.
Oh, cool.
I was in a few of those cutscenes. I mean, a few of those scenes because it was recorded on my server.
Yeah.
I basically I knew JC Cox from there, and from there on, I followed his work from time to time,
Yep.
and I still follow his channel because some from time to time he does release something funny. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously release everything funny during his work, but some things more intriguing than others. For
Yeah.
example, he works on Fahrenheit, and I completely loved that video game, and I completed it like few times, and I just want to see what his response is and how he's gonna finish it.
Yeah.
So, it's just that kind of thing. And actually send him a message of, hey, can you like check out a video or two of mine or the channel and whatnot. It was like a few months ago. And I was surprised that he actually replied to me because, you know, he has a pretty big channel. Back then he had like 250,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I could never guess that he would reply. Just like, shot in the dark. If it hits something, then yay. If it doesn't, whatever, you
Yeah.
know. And he actually replied and, gave me a tip or two and told me to get a new mic.
Yeah.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
But, and there are other channels that are much smaller than him and they're just completely ignoring you. Just like,
Exactly.
so,
I hope that I will never turn out to be one of those because I mean I read all my comments and I if somebody writes me a message and it's sincere then I will reply to it and stuff and I hope that I mean I think a lot of them clearly some of the bigger ones if you go like to Boschkus or whatever because he's still doing I don't know if he's actually doing Let's Plays I unsubbed him actually but
okay.
I don't think that if you write him they I don't think they have the time to sit and respond to all of that.
Yeah,
Or
obviously.
let's say Yoxcast. I love the Yoxcast, but it's really difficult to actually get in touch with him.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's why they have like 10 guys, 20 guys working with them
yeah,
in the Oxcast because me and I guess you are as well were one single player that holds the channel.
yeah,
So the bigger you get, like for example, you're over 5K right now, and if you'll get 50K, then you'll get way more, requests or talks or
yeah,
PMs or what replies, whatnot. And I can understand the point of them, but like I've said, I was so amazed that a guy like JC Cox actually came and replied, which was like, wow,
yeah,
you know. And from my knowledge, I think he is the guy that holds his own channel,
yeah.
which is admirable because at that stage. And yeah,
But
basically
I think
that's what I wanted
also,
to tell.
I mean, a lot of people who built up their channel from the bottom, they realize how much it means to actually have a response from somebody that can help them. So that's why, I mean, I've had a couple of would-be Let's Players that wrote me and say, "Could you look at my stuff and could you give me some tips?" And I helped them, and um,
Slash point at myself? No.
yeah. No, like that guy Wilso that I did a co-op with. He actually wrote me, and he does great stuff. It's just getting him blah blah blah.
Publicity, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I talked to him and I said, hey, do you want to do a co-op game because that will really help a lot. That was one of the ways I got some boosts. With first, I did like a co-op Minecraft video with JX23, and he put that on his channel, and I got tons of subscribers. And then I did a co-op with Dopefish, hilarious guy,
Okay.
and that gave me some more subscribers as well. So I figured I want to reach out, I want to do the same, and then me and Wilson did a co-op, and he got a few subscribers from that. So but
Well, obviously,
yeah,
that's the only way to do it. I mean, right now in my channel at my feature box, there are smaller channel than my own,
yeah,
and the only reason that they are there because I used to play with them, do collabs with them and whatnot, and they've been there since the beginning almost because I grew up basically with those guys, but
yeah,
because I did it more frequently, so I guess I got more attention from the viewers than those guys.
yeah,
But still, those guys that work with me, I still want to back them up and still want to give them the boost. So that's why they're still there.
yeah,
And like you just said, and I always suggest to other Let's Players, new Let's Players, to do collabs all the time,
yeah.
all the
That's really
time.
one of the best ways to get more publicity on your
Actually,
channel.
actually, I'm actually usually taking the collab idea and give it level up in a way. And my suggestion is if you record like let's say 10 episodes, right?
All right.
So you record the first 20 minutes, I record the other 20 minutes, and so on and so on and so on. And then you just put first episode on your channel, second episode on mine, third on yours, fourth on mine, and so on.
Yeah.
And you just like give annotations to the next episode, and then you share traffic between the viewers,
Yeah.
and that way my viewers get to know you better, and your viewers get to know me better, and etc. And that's how collab should work, as I see it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's one
And
way to do it. I mean, I thought about it, but I didn't want to do that with this also because I also think that you need to have a certain size to really do that well. Um, just so it will help the smallest one more than it will
yeah,
help the bigger one. But
of
I mean,
course.
I think that collapse is really the way to help other people, um, get known on YouTube. So yeah, I definitely want to do more collabs in the future, just because it's fun, but it helps share a few. You get some of my subscribers, I get some of yours, and then maybe people will find that they like your content or my content.
Well, my biggest tip to the newest, Let's Players and whatnot is set your goals straight. I mean, if your goal is I want to get partnership right now, right here, then don't even start. Don't even
Yeah.
bother because it's not gonna happen.
Well,
And you're
it
not.
can happen, but it's not. It shouldn't be your goal.
It can happen if you are the greatest uncovered talent ever lived.
Well, actually, I mean, a lot of I told you earlier, I'm partnered through TGN, and I
Hmm.
actually work for TGN. I started working after I got partnered. They sort of headhunted me, and I partner channels now. And it doesn't take that much anymore to be partnered. It does take that a steady stream of viewers. But I mean, you can get partnered with TGN if you have
Exactly,
750
but
views per day. But it's
my
gonna
point
take you a while to get up
is
there.
right. That's exactly my point. I mean, some people start with channels and they want like 5,000 views and whatever.
Yeah,
It's not gonna happen. It's really not gonna happen. I mean, I have over 500 subscribers right now, and I've been doing on my channel for over a year,
mm,
and I'm working on my channel 6 to 7 hours a day,
yeah,
right? Recording, editing, no, this was wrong, no, let's delete, and etc.
yeah,
And actually deleted over 100 videos that were completed and uploaded and whatnot because X thing happened or Y thing happened. And even Splinter Cell, for example, I did a complete run, then deleted the whole series and did a new run because I wanted a better quality to it, sound-wise and video-wise.
yeah,
And I'm doing the same thing to Max Payne 2 right now because you want quality up and not crap quality up,
yeah,
you know. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of quote unquote pressure or stress, whatever.
yeah.
Even though if you're enjoying doing it, then you shouldn't feel it, you know. Because me personally, I enjoy playing games and I love to entertain. That's what I've been doing since younger age.
Yeah.
Like we said before that before the recording that I was I was doing rap music before,
Yeah.
at the age 18, 19. And, people that know me right now, they would never guess that I would do that because it's not the way I behave in my videos because that's how I play it. The other thing that we talked about was not faking anything, and lots of Let's Players that start up, they create a personality
Yeah.
and stick to it. It's good in a way that if you can stick to it from the beginning till the end all the time, but if you're gonna change your personality, just don't do it,
Yeah.
you know?
Most people can't keep up the act, and then
Exactly.
it turns out people realize, oh, okay, it's an act, and then I'm not going to watch this.
Well, some Let's Plays that I did, I just decided that I'm gonna do a Russian accent to it
Right.
because my native language till the age of 9, I only knew Russian, so
Okay.
and those series of Let's Plays, some episodes you can hear the accent that I have right now because when you work with many videos, then and most of them you speak, in normal accent that you do speak, and then you try to do a Russian accent to it, and sometimes you're just like, okay, hello guys, welcome back to another episode, and then you're just like, holy crap, what just happened?
Yeah.
And your accent completely changed, and you're just like, oh, wait a minute, my Russian was on break, now it's back, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And but in those cases, you already let the players, that not the players, but the viewers know that I'm making a Russian accent,
Yeah.
so don't think of anything else. But new Let's Players sometimes, without telling anyone, they just start the act from video one. This is who I am. Get know me, right? And after like 10, 20 videos, their attitude or personality changes, and you're just like,
Yeah.
weren't you
What
like
happened
that
there?
other guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's also a good tip.
Yeah.
Stick to, in my opinion, be yourself.
Yeah,
Just
because
just
I mean, people
enjoy the
people
game.
is gonna watch your videos because your personality is interesting, not
Exactly.
because if you got to be a real actor if you want to do an act, and most people aren't, and to be honest, most people prefer, you might be able to reach a broader audience if you have a different personality, but it's not your personality, and you
Exactly.
can't really connect with the people because the way I do it, I'm just myself when I do my videos, and then the people that actually watch my stuff is people that enjoy me and the way I do it, and that means I can connect with them. If I tried to act like Tobuscus or Total Biscuit or the Oxcast or whatever, then it
Right.
wouldn't be me, and they would respond to it, but they wouldn't be responding to me. Which is the whole reason why I do this, is to sort of try and reach out to the gamers out there and try and share something. So It has to
exactly.
be me, you know?
Yep, that's exactly what I mean. I
Yeah,
mean, if you're gonna play a role and that role is way bigger than your shoe size, then
yeah,
just gonna drown, guys.
yeah,
Don't even step in that pool, whatever.
indeed.
My metaphors are so bad. They're even worse than Max Payne's metaphors, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, Max Payne, I love you, man. Keep cool,
uh,
man.
yeah.
Max Payne 3 is amazing, by the way.
I haven't played it yet.
It's brilliant.
I think I might let's play it.
It's a heavy cutscene though. It's
Oh,
like the game itself is 30 gigabyte or something,
okay.
and 60% of it is cutscenes.
Oh,
So
that's a shame.
yeah, and they changed the cutscenes. I don't know if you saw a few videos or not, but there are no more like graphic novel stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's just
They're
regular 3D then?
exactly raw footage of the gameplay itself, or a little bit of what do you call it? Uh, Forgot the name.
Like cinema stuff?
Yeah, cinematic stuff. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But sometimes it's really good because it's good as storytelling, but sometimes you just like, okay, I gone through this door, let's go up the stairs because there's nothing else to do except for go up the stairs.
Oh,
And
okay.
you go up the stairs like 20 stairs up, and there's another door that you need to open, and as soon as you open that one, that's another cutscene.
Yeah.
So you're just like, really, game? You just gave me control to get up 20 stairs up, and then you just took it all, took it away from me to give me a cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit
It's like,
lame.
yeah.
Oh
But
well.
the game's fun.
Yeah.
The combat is amazing. It's really brilliant. They like took the combat from the first two and boosted up like five levels up.
Oh, that's
So it's
nice.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you as well, but you play Diablo 3 many videos.
Yeah. Oh, I played through
Uh,
normal, yeah.
what are your thoughts so far? Because I try to stay away from Diablo 3 as much as I can
Yeah.
because in my opinion Blizzard completely ruined it for me. I mean,
Well, I mean, I played Diablo 1 and 2 quite a lot.
me
And
too.
I do enjoy getting back to the whole Diablo thing. But they did mess up a few things. I mean, it's hard to put, they in World of Warcraft, Blizzard has sort of gone from this is going to be hard and you're going to be rewarded for hard to sort of overwhelming you with easy stuff. I mean, the game isn't difficult. I mean, even when you get to Inferno, it's difficult. But going through normal Nightmare and Hell, you don't really feel the difficulty going up.
Right.
And the game, this is a game about drops, and Blizzard took it too far because everything, you kill anything and you get a drop. Like, okay, so I kill a pack of skeletons here, I get 3 magic weapons. Like, okay, so after a while, you sort of get immune to looking at magic weapons. Just like
Yeah.
you're used to, ignoring the white weapons. That's fine. But now you're at a point where you almost ignore most of the magic weapons as well, because you just get so many of them.
And the
Uh,
inventory management is so crap.
yeah. But so there's a few things that
You can say it, mate. You can say it. Blizzard won't hunt you down. Trust me.
yeah. But I think I'm enjoying it because I can connect with friends and we can play together and we can do this. I
Oh,
do
from the
think that
social aspect, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, I do think that they skipped a few paces, but overall I'm enjoying the game. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it as much as I played Diablo 2, but I am playing it quite a lot,
Well, me personally, right? I mean, I played the beta of Torchlight 2.
Hmm.
I'm still playing Path of Exile,
Yep.
the beta, which is bigger feeling. Like you feel more connected in Path of Exile to Diablo 2 than in Diablo 3. The Path of Exile is grim, It's really grim. The atmosphere is Diablo-y in a way,
Okay.
and it's really, like I said, grim. It's lots of violence, lots of spawns, that just like surround you, like 5,000 mobs on you,
Oh,
run
nice.
away, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I saw Diablo 3 and I watched many reviews and lots of reviewers and lore freaks or fans or whatever they are called on the interwebs, and I was so disappointed of Diablo 3 that I didn't want even to touch it, you know,
Oh,
me personally. And I am a big fan of Diablo 2. I
yeah.
mean, I simply love Diablo 2. I don't know because first of all, the you have to be online all the time, which is like, why, you
Well,
know?
that's really not an issue for me because I am anyways, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, if I want to play a single player, then why, you know?
Well, I
Because
don't know.
I heard a lot of noise on the forums and whatnot, and from the players obviously, that if you play a game, for example, right, you're in a dungeon, whatever, and then your friend decides to join your game, which he can do without asking you, then the mob's getting harder.
Yeah, no,
So,
you can turn that off easily.
oh, you can turn it
Oh yeah,
off now?
that's just an
Okay.
option, and then people can't do it without getting your invite. So I mean, you can act like you're a single player completely, and the only requirement is that you're still online, which is for most people, you know, most of us has broadband, so I mean, we can just be online anywhere, anyways. So it's
Mhm.
only I think it only really hinders people that has a laptop and sometimes likes to sit in the park and then don't have internet and they want to play Diablo. But
Right.
for most people, it wouldn't really make a difference. So,
Yeah, I know.
I still think you should try the game. It is fun, at least for me. But
Well, it is fun, obviously, but
uh,
I mean, I really hated, for example, the inventory management, which I also hated it in Path of Exile because the inventory management is just as bad. You know,
yeah,
it's still that feeling. Okay, my inventory is full. Let's go back to town, sell stuff, run back,
yeah,
collect stuff, run back to town, and I didn't feel it in Torchlight 2, for example, because
okay,
in Torchlight 2 you just like you have that pet of yours and if your inventory is full, you just transfer your whole inventory to your pet, send your pet to town. She comes back, or it comes back after a minute or two with the gold, and that's it.
oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, you just complete playing, like, in the dungeon or in whatever you do.
Yeah,
And even if you're like running low on potions or scrolls or whatever, they added up a shopping list. So you tell your pet, okay, I need 5 potions of mana and 5 potions of health. Go get them
yeah,
and the pet just goes into town and go gets them
yeah,
while you keep on chopping stuff. And the game is hard. It's really hard. It it was problematic at the first Torchlight because even at the hardest difficulty, Torchlight 1 was pretty easy,
yeah,
you know, especially when you get to the last ranks of skills and abilities, you just like ran through the game like it was nothing. And now, even when you don't play the hardest difficulty, it's hard.
yeah,
I mean, the chances of you getting flat on the ground are high. So,
yeah,
and it's fun because it's challenging,
yeah,
and it's fun because you don't care what loot drops, you just pick everything up because you don't really care about your inventory management anymore.
right,
The only thing that might put down people, I don't want to touch that game, is the graphic style,
right.
which in my opinion is very unique, but other people call it cartoony. But then
Yeah, it just
again,
looked very simple. Yeah,
yeah. But when you start punching people in the face or shooting people, whatever, and you see those corpses start explode and blood splatter everywhere, you're just like, okay, I was tricked with the cartoony graphics and whatnot,
yeah.
because you don't expect that splatter all over and whatnot.
No,
And for example, I saw many episodes of Diablo, even at your channel. The thing is, the first 2 hours, something like that, 3 hours, I got so bored
yeah,
because it's the same scenery mostly, like 90% of it is the same scenery, and 90% of the mobs are the same mobs,
yeah. Well,
right? In Torchlight 2, there isn't 10, 15 minutes that you don't have a switch of scenery or switch of mobs.
yeah. Well,
So it's fun,
yeah.
but that's my conclusion so far.
Yeah, well, I still might. I actually haven't checked out Torchlight. I haven't played it. I've checked it out. I know what it's about, but I haven't really tried it out. Tried it out. So I mean, I might do it when Torchlight 2 comes out, just for the fun of it.
But you should.
I will.
You definitely should. But So it's getting late. It's over 2
Yeah,
a.m. here.
that's why I wrote that message there. This
Yeah.
is fun, but I also need sleep because I have work.
No problems, mate. No problems. Any last tips for the small channels out there, or
Well,
except the ones that we gave already?
yeah. Well, I think the biggest tip is be yourself. Work hard on trying to improve the quality of the videos you put out, and be consistent. That's one of the biggest things. And obviously the biggest tip, and this is going to be so cheesy, just have fun. You know, and
Yes,
that's going to work just fine.
I am 100% on that last tip.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys. Nobody wants to hear a hello, guys. Welcome back to another Let's Play. Okay, last time we did stuff here.
Yeah.
Oh
That's going
well.
to be
Oh,
crap.
there's mobs. Let's go kill them.
Yeah.
Just, if you don't enjoy your game, don't record it.
Indeed.
Nobody wants to suffer with you. Wow, that was a little bit harsh there.
No, but it's true. It's true. If you don't
But
sound like
it's
you're enjoying the game, then people won't enjoy watching your video.
exactly, exactly.
Yep.
But
So, yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun.
that sounds so weird.
Well, thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Bye.
Sorry, but it's the hour.
Yeah, it's getting late. I don't blame you. Okay. Good night, dude.
Good night.